Hi everybody, how's it going? Thanks very much for tuning in. We are live on Instagram here tonight with you. Thank you so much for being here. It's HauntingLIVE podcast tonight, and yeah, we're here at our location up in Milton, Ontario. Thought we'd try Instagram for a change to see how Instagram does compared to other platforms. We always use Facebook, obviously, but just want to try Instagram for a change. You see some people popping in here. Hi guys. Let's see who's in here tonight so far. Looks like we got 3 already. Thanks guys for tuning in. Yeah, so we're going to be checking out the Lucas house here tonight on Instagram for you guys for a little while and see if we catch anything. We have had lots of activity here in the past. I'm not going to go through the history part of the location tonight. We've done that quite a few times, covered it fairly in-depth already. Now, since the home has been here at the park, they have had quite a few experiences here. Even a recent death, they would call it, happened here as well. So there's been more than past history. There's been recent history here as well that's taken place, and did pass away in the home here while it's been on the property here. So the house here itself is fairly old. It definitely is from the 1800s. I think it's the 1840s or so. And the house wasn't always this big. The original house part was the living room area, which we'll do a quick tour for you guys. So which is down the hallway in front of me here, not the one behind. The area behind me here that you can see the doorway of is the oldest addition. So this part here behind is the oldest, and this part here at the front of the house was the added on later part. There is also a downstairs part here. There's a basement that holds a lot of artifacts. It holds native artifacts as well, so there's some energy from them as well here. And it used to be also a house that they used during wartime. The one spare bedroom that we can show you guys where there's a creepy doll. That's kind of creepy. That part of the house was actually used to help soldiers recover when they stayed here as well, so in the past. So a lot of different history. We've had a lot of stuff happen here in this house. We've done things like table tipping, where we've had the table actually go at a 45-degree angle and stay there by itself for several seconds. Did not fall down right fast. It kind of just gently pushed itself back down. You can see that in one of our videos that's posted up on our YouTube. There's a bunch of other things we've had happen here. We've heard footsteps in here. We've caught orbs. Actually, one big thing that happened right where I'm sitting right here in the kitchen area is a vortex or portal opened up right beside the window, and we caught an opening, fully open. A dark shadow came out and then closed back up again. But basically, it's the Lucas family home, and we've been here many times in the past. It's at Country Heritage Park in Milton, Ontario, which is along the 401 heading to Toronto. So we're halfway between where we live and Toronto. And it's a beautiful day here, and we thought we'd come back out to relax a little bit, get away from all the craziness, and get some fresh air, and try a little bit of investigation tonight. Yeah, we appreciate all you guys following us and helping us out, liking our posts and sharing our post as well. It helps us out a lot if you guys share our post, because that gets our name out there even more. So thank you for following, and be sure to also follow us on Facebook, because if you click the like button on our page, you will get the notifications. If you don't click it, you won't get them. But stay tuned, and we will take you guys around and show you the location and do mini investigation here tonight as well. We did bring some equipment with us. You probably hear it in the background. On the table we have one of the apps running that we use called Ghost Talker, and we use that one quite often, and we get interesting results on it. So quite relevant stuff comes through on that app. And also we bought a brand new digital recorder that we're going to try out tonight too. So it's a Sony, and we're going to try doing some EVP sessions here tonight to see if we can actually capture some more evidence here for you guys here tonight at the Lucas house. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we're going to be here for a little while tonight and see what we catch at the Lucas house. Okay, so the main room where we walk in, I'll start back here. So this area here is where you come in. I'll show you guys outside quickly. So there's the part of the property there. Beautiful property. I'll show you the front side as well after. Oh, about time somebody showed up.
Hey everyone!
Chris is here.
Hey! You missed a little bit earlier. We actually got a lot of stuff actually with inside the home here. I actually had the SB11 running. Miss Lucas came through. So yeah.
Good.
Walking up that hill is like, oh my gosh.
So right here is the back room area, storage right now. But these are where the stairs used to be to go down to the basement. And unfortunately there was an accident a couple of years ago. So the recent death that I was talking about, a teacher from one of the school trips here unfortunately lost her life, and she fell down the stairs here. As you can see along the floor here, where
Actually, it's right here.
It's cut out.
Sorry.
Well, that whole thing, it's the whole dark piece right here.
So all right here.
The whole dark piece of wood used to be the stairway, which is now blocked. And she unfortunately fell down the stairs one day and lost her life. So there has been a recent death, not only in the past, but recently as well.
So what happened though is she was actually being called in. She was actually on a trip, actually with a bunch of kids. She was actually called back in because she thought she left something in here. She came in, fell down, killed instantly.
This area here is the main kitchen area. And I'll just turn around so you guys get a view of it. Yeah, it's got the beams in the kitchen and the ceiling, which are really awesome. And then here on this side is the old wood stove. So this room here is the oldest original part of the building itself. This was built first. They have no idea how old this section is. It could go back to the 17s or even further, so we don't know. But every time we're in here, there is a darker, creepier vibe in this section. It's called the sewing room because of the machine here. It's an old lathe. What do they call it? Sewing machine. Hi everybody, thank you for tuning in tonight. We're just going to do a quick walkthrough of the Lucas house for you guys. And there's the outside, see what's like out the front part of the building. This room here is sort of like the dining area. So we got the tea set on the table. This is Mrs. Lucas, everybody. Younger Mrs. Lucas. And on the other side, that's Mr. Lucas. Again, a younger portrait.
So with this location, again, it does go back to the early 1800 time period. It's really, really active. For those who are actually in Ontario and throughout Canada, if you guys are tuning in right now, YTV actually did a production in here, and that was actually the latest Anna Green Gables was shot in this location, but they couldn't stay past a certain time. Just because how strong the energy is. They've actually done a paranormal show that it was like an ambulance that pulled up in the back and ran in here. Trevor and I were watching and we were like, we know what house that is. So. Yeah,
this is quite a famous house. It's been used many times in the film industry and TV as well. That's the front door of the porch. And in fact, I'll take you to the porch as well, because there is a story about the porch too. So this porch here that we're on was painted by a very famous painter, Canadian, Robert Bateman. Actually painted this porch. You can find it if you do a search for it online. So this is the outside porch. Yeah, and we have some more people in now. Shirley Ayers is in.
Hey, Shirley.
Hey, Shirley, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us here, guys, on Instagram tonight. We're just doing a quick walkthrough tour of the Lucas house before we do a quick investigation tonight, too. So, for those of you that don't know this location, we're just quickly going through the house for you here. So now we're into the living room. Well, I guess they call it parlor area in those days. So they got a beautiful grandfather clock in the corner.
Chrissy Dawn does not like the picture of Miss Lucas.
Yeah.
Same with her son.
There's an old writing desk. There's a piano over here also, and yes, this is an awesome picture of an older Mrs. Lucas. And on this side is the older Mr. Lucas portrait. So,
for those who have seen our past videos, with this table, right where the tea set is, we've actually done table tipping.
Yeah, this is a table I was talking about earlier where we've had the table, we did a table tipping experiment with a group that we had here one year, and the table was actually at a 45-degree angle all by itself with only, I think, 2 or 3 people had their fingertips on it, and it just stayed there by itself and slowly lowered down. It didn't fall down or go crash or nothing. So
Trevor and I, we decided to take our fingers actually off.
We took our fingers off just to prove that we're not holding it. You can see that all in the video that's posted on our social media under our YouTube channel. Go to our YouTube and follow us over there as well. You can check out all of our stuff. We're running one of the apps now. That's a little creepy.
That one there. All right. Now, if we go over to Mr. Lucas,
on this one.
Mr. Lucas does the same. So do the original pictures.
Okay.
Of them.
Wonder if it's just picking up the head and taking it as a person.
Now, if we come over here, there's a couple children. That's for that one.
Can't see it. There's a glare.
All right. Well, there's actually figures there, but again, those if we go to Miss Lucas, it shows pretty much the whole body.
Yeah, that's weird that it's showing the whole entire body off of Mrs. Lucas. I mean, look at that, guys. That is just weird. Showing the whole body with her head in the painting. That's creepy. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. For those that are watching live, we are live on Instagram today. Trying something different other than Facebook to see if we get some more followers over here.
So right here, there is actually a doll here.
Is that creepy doll that we also use for our advertising here for the Lucas house, and I'll do a close-up for you guys. That's the doll. We don't have a name for it, so if you guys want to maybe name the doll, we can go with that. We don't have a name for the doll yet.
That's based off from one of the children, though, that did not survive.
Yeah, the face is actually molded off of one of the children that passed away when they died. So that's why it looks a little more creepy than normal, because that's what they did back then. They make death masks, they call them.
So I'm just going to turn this back on.
So what app is that one? That's the
Ghost Talker.
Ghost Talker app. I was mentioning this at the first the broadcast tonight. We use Ghost Talker. It is a free app. Do you want to put it up to the camera? So that's what the app looks like. You can download it for free, and we find it pretty decent. A lot of relevant words come through on it, and we can actually get activity that we're investigating at the time. So worth checking that one out, guys. Right? So this is just
Ancient Time.
Ancient Times. So just got Ancient Time. Yes, I was just talking about that. The ancient time in the old days, they'd make death masks and stuff like that from dead people. So that's where this doll came from. See, that's a relevant response. So.
Did you explain what that is? Elma. Sorry, Elmer.
Elmer. So here's some stuff that's on the table here, on the dresser, rather.
I'm gonna go and get the one battery.
Marcy's in.
Hey, Marcy.
She says, wow, making a face mask after death is really creepy. It is, Marcy, and in the old days they would do a lot of creepy things. They would even prop a whole person's body up and take pictures with it and use that as like a family portrait and keep the dead person in the portrait. So, or just take dead people's pictures after they passed away and they just want to have the person's picture still. So used to do a lot of weird, creepy stuff back in the day. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you following us on social media and helping us out. So we're just showing you around the Lucas house here tonight and doing some investigating here since we haven't been here for over a year probably. So
talking.
Turn it back to you.
All right. So first time that we ever came in here, the CEO was telling us about a cabinet actually in this location that whenever you stepped by, the door would actually open. We have so much tried to figure it out and everything else. We debunked it. Yeah,
there's a big cabinet, armoire type piece of furniture here.
I can't get the door.
Okay. Well, maybe turn your light on.
Hold on. Hold on for a second.
Let me see if I can turn the light on.
There we go.
Okay, there you guys go. You can kind of see it now. So there's an armoire right here in this hallway section before we go upstairs. And they would always say the right door would be open, a crack, and it always was when we came here, honestly. It would always be open a little bit, but we figured out that because the floors are so old, the wood floors here would just make it bounce around like crazy and open it, so.
Yes, they did shoot Anna Green Gables here.
Yeah, that's right. That would be a relevant word because Anna Green Gables was shot in this house. Actually, upstairs here, that room right in front of us was her room in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. See it? That's relevant.
So.
It's a green.
And then what they used actually for her uncle was this green room.
Yeah, so we'll get to his room in a minute, but let's go into Anne's room first from the show. So from this room, I'll walk into the corner here. So there's no spinning wheel, dresser, and the bed. So, and on this side there's a little stove here too as well. So
medicine just came through.
Well, in this room, it's weird that came through because in this room everybody says they keep feeling a sickness in this room.
Yeah.
And they feel blood and stuff like that. So I think somebody either passed away in here. Yeah, this is one of our creepier locations that we actually have
collapse
access to. So
collapse actually came through.
Collapse?
Yeah. So.
Well, if the person was sick, they would have collapsed, probably.
Yeah, yeah. So what we've actually had in this room, though, we've actually had an orb shoot right from the bed straight up.
And actually from the floor here as well, we caught an orb on video that was like a floaty type orb. It wasn't a round one, it was like a feather style. And it just floated up and went back down to the ground floor. So.
When?
A couple of years ago. Probably 2 years ago now. Somebody on the app was just asking when that was. So the app that we use is pretty relevant stuff that we get with it. So
it is a green room. I don't know if Trevor wants to come in a little bit more or.
Walk around here.
It's a little bit dark.
That's my shadow. And if you guys, of course, hear anything while we're shooting tonight, please let us know. Or if you see anything that we missed, please comment, and we'll check it out later. There's that. Hey.
I'm a friend.
Oh, we got that before, earlier tonight. So we know we have a friendly spirit here with us, at least.
So I'm going to take one step at a time.
Yep.
Just like you.
Sorry guys, I'm just going to...
Fall down. I just heard, actually, on the SB11.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we'll be careful on the stairs here.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to break anything. Be careful. All right.
She's actually in here with everybody right now.
Okay. So guys, what would you like us to do first? We'll leave it up to you what you want us to do. We have a couple tools here. We have the spirit box, the SB11, that we can try to use. We have an app, or we have a brand new digital recorder that we can do EVPs with. So it's up to you. We're going to let you guys decide here. I'm going to set you down.
You have the digital recorder?
Yep.
Okay.
Edwardian.
Short form, so that's the long version for Ed.
No, Edwardian is a era, so it's like Victorian.
Okay.
So they would have been here in that time. Edwardian
This
time.
thing goes back to the 1800s?
Yep. So guys, I'll leave it up to you. We're still here. We're going to keep you guys on as long as we can. But
what room do they want us to go to?
let us know which room you want us to go to first, and also what you want us to do. We'll go by what you suggest tonight. So
We also have...
we have other tools here. We also have dowsing rods we can try out, which are pretty cool. So they do have handles on them, so we don't control them ourselves. They get controlled by energy, and we can just ask questions and they will go give us the answers. It's called dowsing. Jasper. But thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We appreciate you checking us out here on Instagram. We hope to do more on the Instagram side later on as well at different locations, and see if we can get things going on Instagram also. We're trying to build more of a presence on the social media. We appreciate you guys following us. But like I said, don't forget to like our page, also to like our Facebook. If you don't like it, if you don't have that like button clicked, you won't get notifications of our new posts or live videos that we do. So be sure to make sure you have that liked to get notifications, and also for following us here on Instagram too. We are going to be doing more stuff on here in the future. I hope you're having a wonderful evening on Saturday. We're down here in Milton.
Okay.
My blood.
Okay.
So.
Right. Sorry, Marcy, I don't have my cards with me.
No, we're not doing cards tonight. We're just going to do some other things. That's the regular weekday thing. If you want readings, be sure to check in with Chris on Wednesdays for that.
Wednesdays and Saturdays. So, all right, guys, it's up to you guys now.
Right.
If you guys have questions about the location, feel free to ask us.
And hello, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We have somebody else tuning in. Thank you for being here, guys, and we appreciate you checking us out tonight. We're here in Milton at the Lucas House doing a live investigation here for you. And right now we're just waiting for some people to come back in and suggest what they would like us to do today. We're not going to show you guys. We're going to have you guys tell us what you want us to do. So we have different tools. We have an app on the phone that we can use, like an Ovilus that spits out words. We have a digital recorder here that we can also use and do EVP sessions with. So, and we also have a dowsing tool. We can try that. Let us know where you would like us to go first, and also what tool you would like us to try out here today. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Do you want to from outside? Show them the barn?
Well, it's up to them. How about that? Do you guys
There's
want
a
us
big
to
barn
go
outside.
There's a barn that holds some interesting things. We cannot get inside, but we can show you the outside of the barn.
How?
See, spirits are funny. We just got the word how come through. Yeah. Oh, sorry, it's not Kenora, it's Cornucca.
Okay, cool.
Cornucca or something else. Sorry about that, Shirley. I thought it said Kenora. But I guess it's Cornucca. Cheryl's on. Hi, Cheryl. Thanks for tuning in. Glad you were able to. Yeah, I thought. Oh, I'm glad you were able to get Instagram. And Shirley's saying barn. Cheryl's saying check out the barn.
Okay, cool.
We can't get inside, just so you know, but we'll go around and show you guys the property outside. Okay, we got a question here.
Yep.
Cheryl says join just for you guys. Aw, awesome.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Thanks for following us over to Instagram.
What's the question?
Golfing Marcy says, Christy and I asked above if you would use the dowsing tool. There we go.
If there's any energy around. If there's any energy around, if you want to cross them, that's fine.
So with the dowsing rod, it's very similar to pendulums where you ask questions.
Which way is the energy?
And it will give you yes or no answers compared to which way it spins. So if it goes right or left.
There is actually energy inside.
Yep.
All right.
See, that one went to the left, so actually they both are.
Where's Trevor?
I'm going to stand still.
Where's Trevor?
The one moved. There it is. Yep. I guess I'm over there too.
Okay, alright.
Now, do you want to show, just so people know how the handles are made? You're not actually touching the copper wire at all.
There is beads.
There's beads along the handle, so they are actually spinning with inside of the beads. You're not touching that copper part at all.
And you actually basically keep them loose.
Yeah, you just keep it loose and light. Well, you can't really touch it because their beads are blocking that part, so it's not, you're not able to tighten it.
Right.
So if there's any energies around, can you point to where the item is inside the barn that we know of? Yeah, it went right to the barn. So I'll tell you what's inside the barn, guys. Inside the barn, they have an old hearse. That's right. An actual hearse is stored in this barn.
Yeah, you can see part of it.
Yeah.
Hope you guys can see besides the tree in the back.
So you guys can see the little top of it right there. That is the hearse. It's like literally right there at the window. So they used to carry bodies back in the day with horse drawn.
That's not a sled one. That's actually wheels.
Is it wheels? I thought it was a sleigh one too.
It's actually up north.
Oh, okay. So, I thought that one was on sleigh too, though.
Yeah. What I'm going to do those in the back, though, for everybody that's actually watching, you guys can send out questions. Since I got the rods here, we'll see what the response is.
Yeah, if you have any questions you guys want us to ask, please let us know. We will do a test with the rods here. Dowsing rods. Earlier today, there were some turkey vultures flying around, 3 of them, so that's also a sign of death, an omen. When there's vultures around, that's not a good sign. Don't know if they're still around.
No.
Last time I saw them, they flew off that way somewhere.
Right.
So does anybody have any questions they want to ask about the property or anything else? Also, let us know how things are. Let us know how the quality is, if you guys can hear us okay. Marcy, please ask if anyone is buried there.
Where?
Assuming on the property. So, is it anybody buried on the property? If so, please point to where they are buried here. Please tell us where they're buried.
I've got a cross.
Marcy, they crossed, so I'm thinking that means a no. or they don't know.
Is there any resting spots actually on the property of anybody, by any chance?
Awesome question, Marcy. Thank you very much. And if anybody else has a question, just let us know. We will ask as well.
Give me a yes sign, please. Just a general yes.
Okay, maybe my mistake. That was a yes.
Can you show me what a no is?
Show me no. Outwards is no. Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that was a yes. My apologies. We should have done the testing first to see what yes and no was, but now we have, and that clarified it. Cross is a yes. So please point to where something is buried here, a body. Back behind us.
Okay.
Who was buried here? Well, you can't answer direct questions.
Is it a male or female?
Yes or no?
Yes for a male, no for a female.
No.
Male.
Right, that was yes. So that was a yes for male, crossed.
All right.
By the way, guys, this is what the back of the barn area looks like, just so you can see. So what do you guys want us to do next? Do you want us to go back inside and use some tools? Or go to a different area out here? See if the chickens are still here, the roosters. Let's go down here to where the animal shed is.
Hey. Want to say hi to people? Come on out and say hi.
Hi, buddy. He's in there. You guys can see inside. Here he comes.
Hi, bud.
Here he comes.
Hi.
Oh, here they come. Hey, guys. There's 3 of them here.
How are you guys?
Oh,
huh?
Yeah.
Who's the talkative one?
Are you inside? Huh? Are you guys inside? Yeah?
Who's talkative? Huh?
Marcy, does anyone ever stay overnight in the house? Yes, we have, actually. We have stayed overnight in the house. We slept inside the other building when we stayed here and investigated well into the morning hours. So we have, yes, stayed on this property overnight. Actually, a couple times, I think.
Once.
Once?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once, because that's right when the air mattress actually was not actually holding its...
No. Oh, now you go. See, they always do that. They'll always do it right after we walk away. He's like, where are you going? Where are we going? They're just over there. So let's head back inside. See? As soon as I walk away again. Like, where's my food? Alrighty.
Where's my digital? Thank you.
There you go. Sorry, guys. Bouncing around a bit. But, yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in on Instagram. We appreciate you guys following us over here. We just thought we'd try this for something different tonight, rather than always on Facebook. Let's head into the main room and do some EVPs over there, since we were getting stuff on the app back here and the spirit box. Then we're going to go back into the main living room. That's the creepy picture of Mrs. Lucas.
I just heard here.
I'm going to sit on the floor. Okay, let us know if you guys can hear okay. If there's any issues on your end at all, please let us know. But I think it's going pretty good here tonight, so we're just going to sit down.
Travis will be going to be quiet for a couple minutes, so.
Yep.
Lucas' house, living room, 7:56 p.m.
Chrissy on, so that's a nice table. Yeah, that's an old writing desk.
I just heard what come across there.
And, any spirits make themselves known, can you talk to us or make a noise, please? Any of the Lucas want to make a sound or let us know that you're here?
Lucas' house, living room, 7:56 p.m.
Yeah, that what came through.
I just heard what come across there.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to explain what the link is?
Trevor did hear the word what play back.
Yeah, so we just recorded a quick EVP, but that device is going, so we'll do some more. But we did catch voice say what on the spirit box itself, so it was also picked up on and recorded here too. Shirley's looking at how many people died in the house. Not sure how many people died in the house, but we do have numbers to how many people actually lived in this house. There's up to 14 people at one time living in this small little farmhouse. So can you imagine that? Back in the day with nothing else, like convenience of air conditioning and stuff like that, to have some whole big family living here. Plus at the time they would have had like soldiers in the war stay over, and they used that room where the doll is for the soldiers' room where they would stay. So they had used the house for many things, and I just can't imagine 14 people living here at once, but that's what they had. So let's do an EVP session again here, see if we can try it. EVP session in the Lucas house. Are there any spirits here that want to communicate with us? Who's here that talks to us? Is your name Mrs. Lucas? Thank you.
EVP session in the Lucas house. Are there any spirits here that want to communicate with us? Who's here that talks to us? Is your name Mrs. Lucas? Thank you.
So no answers on that one. We'll try again in a little while, but we'll try to pick up the energy here and see what we get. Tonight we want to try to really draw out the energy a lot more than we usually do, so we'll try some meditation techniques to see if we can get some action here tonight. So, but thank you guys for being here with us. We do appreciate you guys and all your support that you give us. And of course, for following us on social media. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, our main location, and don't forget to press the like button on our page so you can follow us and to get our notifications and new posts that we put up, because if you don't, you won't get the new notifications on Facebook. I don't know why they do it that way, but just following us isn't good enough. You guys don't get all of our posts, so if you're missing stuff, just make sure you press the like button, and then you should get all of our posts on Facebook. And also on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. We always post everything to YouTube as well. And there's more than just our recent stuff. We have a lot of past stuff on YouTube also that you guys can check out. So we have the app running now. So we are going to run Spirit Talker and see if we get any activity on there. The spirits seem to use that pretty easily. Actually, I'll turn it around so you guys can see where it is. There we go. Go and lay it down on the floor.
Excellent.
I know you can see it. Listen. So the first word that just came through was accident.
Excellent.
Excellent. Okay. So that means they like that, which they should. Do you like that toy that we have for you here? Do you want to try to use it to talk to us?
Like.
How's that? Is that not relevant? Did I say, I just asked them, do you like the toy we have, and the word like comes through? How cool is that? That's relevant. That tells me it's working really well. Thank you. I know you like that.
Anybody else asking anything? Or... Feel free to talk, people.
And anybody watching, if you want to talk and ask questions, that's fine too. Yeah. Shirley says, get the sense of a little girl running around. Okay.
How old, Cheryl?
Roger.
Roger was actually one of the kids.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.